have a grip on things, like so.
Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Motivational Mondays. I have here with me the lovely Diana at Posh Desert Diva, and we're just going to have a little conversation, just a little kickback. She actually has to get to work, or get back to work, should I say. So we're not going to stay on for too long, guys, but we're just going to hang out for just a little bit and just talk a little bit about Diana and what she has, going on in her life. Look, I'm
Right.
telling you, we already have some similarities with the Death Pal.
Oh,
But I did want to ask you how you're doing on your sales. I know that's not normally like or how we start, but I'm gonna wait until some more people come in until we actually talk. Like,
so sales actually, this past week has slowed down a little bit, but what is we all know, well, for me, Posh is Bay, right? That's the main one. Um,
mhm.
it kind of slowed a little bit, and then I figured out that it might be because the way I was using this perfectly. Um, that Posh does not like you to delete your stuff. So when you end your listing through list perfectly, it actually deletes it. So, they do end up punishing you because it happened to me before. I had to cancel one time, like 2 orders. I just had to, couldn't find it, or the item was more damaged and I wasn't going to send it like that. So I had to end up canceling 2 orders back to back, and then I deleted. So I was deleting stuff at that time, and I swear I was on timeout for like a week. I had like no activity, no sales, no nothing. The algorithm was like, "Oh, okay, that's how you want to play this right now." So,
Oh,
yeah,
thank you, Tasha. I like this color. I started to get my nails this color, but I picked something else.
that's a
But
pretty color.
yeah, I like this color. It's like a popping color. Like, but
It's a
anyway,
summertime, like a summer color.
yeah, let's talk about what colors you like. So what is your favorite color, by the way?
Is my favorite color. I do love purple because even my phone case is purple. Um, I like turquoise, like the teal kind of pretty aqua color also. But of course, if I have to get dressed in a hurry and whatever you look in my closet, like I literally have everything is black. So I don't know how true the whole favorite color thing is, right?
Everything in my closet is also, I can't say everything, but I have a big section of black.
Yeah.
So, you know, I
Yeah.
have
So when you,
color for tops
yeah,
and stuff, but I do like colors. I mean, but black is just, it's my
it's
go-to.
easy. Yeah,
Right.
it's easy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to probably put on some black or either it'll be jeans. I'll put on
Yeah.
jeans.
Oh,
I like to wear jeans a lot.
I love jeans.
They're comfortable,
Yes.
even what is it, the you got your over the not what is it called, that
The
covers
high
up your,
waisted.
yes, the high-waisted,
I love
and I
those.
like wearing those too. Yeah, they don't bother
I
me at all as long as you get the ones that are, got a little bit of stretch to it.
right, right.
So
No, those are my favorite. I hope that the low waisted never comes back.
absolutely. So I want to ask you how you came up with your name. Like, how did you come up with
Well,
it?
let's see. The Desert Diva. Well, my friends always calling me Diva, just because the way I act. And not really. I don't think I act that diva-ish, but I guess compared to them, maybe there's certain things that I do or won't do or whatever. So then, and I live in the desert. So that's how I came up. So originally I used to be BMW Diva because I had a BMW. I still have it. It's a classic. And then I was like, I need to change it because now I'm driving like a different car. So I was like, that doesn't make sense anymore. So then I started playing around, and yeah, I came up with Desert Diva.
Okay, yeah. I like that. I like that name. It's not, I don't know. I just wondered where the desert part came from because you're in the desert.
I
Now,
am way in the desert, girl.
what city are you in?
I'm in El Paso, Texas.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we're
So
in
that,
Texas together. We're really going to have a meetup.
oh, definitely. I can't wait. Yeah, because then we have Rhonda, right? Are you by Dallas or where are you by?
Yep. I'm
By
like an
Dallas?
hour away from Rhonda over
Oh,
there.
wow.
I'm in
Well,
North Dallas, but it's a ways up, like,
Well, Texas is like, yeah.
yeah.
To this day, because I told you I work in the hotel industry, I still get phone calls for reservations of all these little towns and cities that I've never heard of in Texas. It's so huge. So from here, El Paso, which is the westmost point of Texas, to Houston, it's about a 15 to 17 hour drive.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
Yeah,
it's a drive.
I think Houston is like 7 maybe hours from Dallas. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't took the trip yet, but
It's a
I'm
boring trip,
about
girl.
it.
It's not
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
There's nothing to see. Really, that's what it is. Nothing to see.
No love. Tiana.
Hey, Tiana.
Hey, love. Everybody else forgot.
Hey.
Look, everybody forgot about me tonight. You know what I noticed? There's a bunch of lives tonight. Like there's just a lot of them today. I don't know what's going on, but it is like from what I was in like my engagement group this morning in Clubhouse, and everybody was talking about what they were going to be doing tonight. And then before I went live, I know right now Sarah Styles I think is live. Like a lot of people are doing something, and one of my other friends,
Right.
they're all going live tonight. Like I was like, well, that's a lot of people going live. You know what I
Wow.
mean? So I mean, that's that on that. You kind of got a little bit of competition there, but
Yeah,
I was like, well, we going live anyway. No.
exactly. We're gonna still do it, you know. We're still
That's what
here. So thank you everyone that came by. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. I was gonna say too over there on IG. I used to do it was a lot better on IG because people can just stop in. They can just like I don't know, the crowd on YouTube and the crowd on IG is totally different. Like I don't think I
That
had
and they get the notifications too, right? When you go live.
Yeah, but
So
they can get them if they're a YouTube person, but most of the people on IG are IG people. Like even
yeah,
I asked my sister. My sister was like, "Nope, I'm an IG."
yeah,
She don't mess. She's like YouTube. No, I don't mess around. You know what I mean? So like, they don't mess around. So, but you can get the notification on these if you hit the bell. You get the
oh, that's
notification.
true.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
can.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, so how are you? How did you say your sales were? Or did I ask you about your sales yet?
Oh no, yeah, I was saying how Poshmark I thought had me a little bit on a timeout because of the list perfectly way. So now when I figured that out, I was wait a second because I would go back in to check on that listing and didn't say not for sale this time. It was just said, listing not available. I was like, wait. I know Poshmark doesn't like that. So now I'll go in and just, click Poshmark to take me directly to my item and end the listing versus ending it from list perfectly. Then so the sales started picking up again this week once I
That's
started doing
crazy
that.
because that's what I'm doing, and
Poshmark is very high maintenance.
I noticed that it does that, and I was like, I wanted all of my listings in list perfectly for that reason, so that I can just easily delete them. But I'm starting to think about that, like, wow, I didn't know they were going to penalize me for that. I usually just do not for sale. Like I've always done when I
Right.
delete my listings or whatever, delist, I always just pick not for sale. I don't delete them. You know what I mean? That way I can see too. I was like, oh, I sold it. It must have sold somewhere else. That's why I do that. You know what I mean? Like, so I have
Exactly.
a record of it. It was here. I listed it over here, but it just didn't sell over here. So
Right.
I don't like that it deletes it either.
Yeah, yeah, I said that the Poshmark algorithm is just very high maintenance. You have to, it's like, yeah, you do
Yeah.
one thing it doesn't like, it's like, oh no, you're punished. Like no activity, no nothing. So,
I wonder if
so
there's any other option on that. Like, is there any other option not for list perfectly right now? Or maybe we need to look, maybe I need to tell them, you know what I mean? Somebody needs to tell them that they don't
I
like
think there is, because I'm part of the List Perfectly group on Facebook, and I think you are too, or one of them. And I think there was where they were saying that you can delist from all your other platforms, but it'll exclude Poshmark for that same reason.
Oh, okay.
So I got to dive a little bit deeper into that to see.
Yeah, because that's interesting because I don't want to start because I just started doing the delisting thing because for the past week, or was it weekend? It's been 2 weeks now since I've had a VA officially. And I had one VA that was doing nothing but, well, they both started out doing nothing but the relisting and everything. But they were only doing like 10 a day because, I would delist them for them and then they would go back into eBay and relist them and then go to list perfectly. They, transfer them to list perfectly and then go from there. But I'm just saying, like, I didn't know that it was gonna, like, whenever you get ready to delist, that it does that. I mean, because I have still a bunch from the sales that I had. I did all the sales that I had from this weekend. I delisted all of those, but some of the ones during the week, I didn't catch them. So that's
Yeah,
another thing I need to go back and catch up on my delisting. Like, there's still some out there that I haven't done, and I don't know if I'm the only person that just isn't able to keep up. But that's why I put them in there because I was like I can never keep up with all of my delisting efforts. I guess if you don't develop the discipline to do it right then and there, you
yep.
just forget. You know what I
And I'll
mean?
catch that, and I'll usually notice that, like, sometimes I'll have someone like to the same item twice, and I'm like, wait a second. So I go in, and then I end up having duplicates. So I guess I didn't really delist, and I just relisted, and I was like, oh gosh, so I have to go back in now and start checking that as well, you know? So yeah, you pretty much have to be disciplined, like you said, and be on top of everything.
That is so true. Which I mean, at times I am, but like what at times like this, no, and it's tough, and you have so much on your plate, and this moving situation is really like it's always stressful because I'm like we're gonna move for 2 years, so it's like not just a year. So I need to make sure, because I know I'm not gonna be able to buy a house in 1 year. That's not gonna happen. So I was like, well, I'd rather just go ahead and get it for 2 years, so I don't have to move again, and that's kind of causing stress. And then right
Uh,
now it's a
Kind
prime
of.
market. Yeah, it's a prime market though here in Texas. Like you can't find anything. All the houses, every time you go to see one, it's like right after you leave, probably somebody like they probably already put in the application. If you're like at the end of the day or the next day, somebody else might have already put an application. They haven't said anything yet. And then by the time you put yours in, it's already gone. So
Like,
basically, as soon as it comes on the market, you go see it. If you like it, go ahead and put it in. That's it.
wow. Well,
Like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I heard, that everyone is moving to Texas, ever since this whole
Right.
thing with Corona, and then, of course, California's taxes and the whole mess that they have going on over there. So everybody wants to come to Texas now. So that's what's happening.
But the rent is like having a mortgage, like twenty
Well,
eight
here
hundred
where I am,
dollars.
it's
Yeah.
not. But where I am, it's not just yet, but it's getting there now because everyone's moving here because yeah, it's really affordable to live here, which was one of the reasons why I stay. One of the many
Yeah.
reasons I stay. It's really affordable to live here. So,
Yeah.
because I could be in Florida, but I mean, that's the same as Dallas. The rents are just astronomical
Oh, it's gonna
and
be too
stuff.
much. Yeah. Yeah. That I do understand. He said, yeah, that's all crazy over there. Yeah, they're getting ridiculous. But last year, or I would say last year when my mom moved, it was not like this. Like her house, it was 2,500 back then, but right now, if it went on the market, it would be like 29 or 3,000. It's a pretty much a new house. Like
Wow.
so, like right
Wow.
now, if she put it on the market, they're like inflated a lot, so it
Yeah.
would be like ridiculous.
It's a
But
buyer's market
anyways,
right now. But yeah, but definitely
yeah.
I feel you. So you're staying in Dallas though, right? Are you staying in Dallas?
I'm in north of Dallas. So I'm
Oh,
in
wait.
like I don't know if you know
Mhm,
where Frisco is. A lot of people know
mhm.
where Frisco is, but it's
Yeah.
basically north of Dallas. I'm right next door to Frisco in Little Elm.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
and everybody wants to move to Little Elm because it's up and coming, and you could get more house for your money, or like a newer house for your money.
Right.
So that's where I'm at, and it's like popping like crazy over here, and the traffic is always ridiculous. So I was trying to get away, you know.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
Yes, but if you go to Frisco, you get these old houses, and so it kind of spoiled me to want, having the newer house, and then now I have to try to go to an old house, and I'm like,
Like, I
I
know
don't
you're
got
like, that's
this.
not what I wanted. Yeah.
Right, right. I'm like, well, if it's not too bad, as long as it's clean, that's what I really like. I
Yes.
hate when I go to an old house and then like the carpets are dirty and like
Yeah, I
I
know.
just can't do it. I will not
Yeah,
say
no.
yes to that. But if it's clean and it's old, I usually can do that. It's got like a little charm
Exactly.
to it.
Yeah.
It's still nice. I would do it, but I cannot do it. Like when we went and looked at one the other day, and I was just like,
And as soon as you walk in, you just want to turn right around. You're like, nope.
yeah, it was a no for me because the walls were like yellow and stuff, and I was
Oh,
like, it was this crazy kind of bright yellow, and then they had red in one room. It's too much. I tried. I was just like, because it was in my daughter's school district and everything, and like she could walk to school, and there were some
no.
good things. So I was like trying really hard, but
Didn't go. Didn't work. It didn't work.
yeah. But I was going to ask you, where do you get since it's Motivational Monday, where do you get your motivation from?
My motivation comes from working for myself. I've never been a fan of, like, that's why I was so having a hard time with the schedule now with my other job, because I was so used to being free. I've always been a very free spirit. Yes, I've had office jobs and all that before. But I've been working from home now for about 4 years. And I like that. I like that I don't have anyone, micromanaging me and no one over me. I have control of my time pretty much. So that's my motivation. And plus, I've always been a shopaholic. I mean, that's always been a thing. So making that transition from that to making money from doing it was not that difficult. Now being disciplined at it, that's another thing. Like I said, I'm really proud of myself. I thought I was gonna go like literally, like break out in hives without going to the Goodwill for 2 weeks, but I didn't. Um, because anyway, my Goodwill just recently raised their prices too. So that right there was like, see how the universe gives you exactly what you need. I needed a deterrent. And when I went there 2 weeks ago, they raised the price and I said, oh, okay, thanks, universe. That's what I needed. I was like, nope. So now I'm going to wait for like the once a month when my boyfriend comes home and we'll go with his military discount. And then I'll feel better about the high prices.
I mean, did they go up like $1 on the shirts, or did they go up like market up?
Well, I mean, the jeans they're hardly ever on sale, but they mark them up $2 to $3.
Okay.
So they did mark them up. That's considerably, right? Like, they know that's what people are buying right now. And the shirts, the same thing, about $2 to $3, depending. I mean, they don't.
It is kind of a lot.
It is.
Hey, Terry and
Hey,
Derek,
Terry.
thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys being here. I know there's several butts today. Look, for some reason, I'm like, it's kind of low for me normally.
I know.
But what I also wanted to talk about was what happens when that motivation runs out. I asked everybody that question, like, what do you do? Because you can only do so much with motivation. And then after that runs out, then what are you running off of, or how do you get through after it's like, you really don't feel like it?
Right. No, yeah, there's times I have to learn how to gauge that a little bit better, because what happens is I don't run out of motivation until I'm burnt out. And I think it's happened already like twice where I'm burnt out. I was just like, I am done. I cannot even look at clothes anymore. And for me to say that is a huge deal. And I just give it a break. I just, continue with my sharing, of course, doing the bare minimum that I have to do, answering comments or anything like that, sending out offers. But as far as pictures and measuring, I take like a day or two break. I can't even, and I have a reselling room, so I just ignore it. I don't come in. I'm just like, nope.
Hey, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
I was just dropping by for a little bit. I do appreciate you joining the chat. We're just having a little motivational chat. What I'm doing is I'm just doing stuff when I don't feel like doing it. I mean, like doing it anyway when I don't feel like doing it. And that's been working really, really well for me. And not all the time does it work, because if you're just tired and you're actually, like you said, you've already reached burnout, you're not going to be able to keep going. So you got to take care of yourself. If you guys didn't know, this month is Mental Awareness Month. So definitely be taking care of yourself. Give yourself some self-care, a pat on the back, a hug, something, tell yourself you're beautiful. If nobody else is telling you, to tell yourself.
Right, be proud of yourself and all the hard work, because, people look at this and they're just like, oh, they're just, reselling. They're just shopping and having fun. No, this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So so I'm trying to gauge that a little bit better. So today I was really not in the mood to do anything, honestly, but I made myself take the pictures I needed to take, and then I just listed my things, and then that's it. So yeah, to a certain extent, I do make myself do things because I have to. I mean, there's no one else. I can't be like, hey, you do it for me. There's nothing. It's me. So yeah, and I like my sales, so I know I have to put in the work. I think I was telling, it was Terry the other day through Clubhouse. It's immediate. Like when I get into my inventory room and I start working on my inventory, it's automatic. Like I start getting sales like crazy. It's like the universe is like, oh, okay, she's putting in work. Okay, let's reward her real quick.
Right. So that's how it is for me. That's why I said the sales picked up double from last week, but really all I was doing, what I did was last week they were still focusing more on my VAs were focusing more on the relisting, so I wasn't getting as many sales. And then this week they started focusing more on the newer listings, that I'm teaching one of them how to do, like to build a listing basically. So that's been working out very well, even though it's a slow start, because it's only like 10 at a time and I have to go back and do the drafts and then she goes back. It's a process. So but I was like, I'm okay with a slow and steady process. Once I get that process down, it's like clamped down, and I'll probably come out with some kind of something, a PDF or something that I offer people to figure out how to do this whole process once I get it figured out. But it's working well. You just have to be patient.
No, and that's an important point, because, and I want to make, once I get my process down, because, like all of we've had a lot of trial and errors to see what works for everyone individually. That helped, because I remember when I first started out, I was on YouTube, like we all are looking at videos and everything. And all I really wanted to see was what people's processes were, just so I could try to see if it works. And no one really had videos on their processes. And that's what you really at the beginning need to start playing around with, because, that's what it's all about. If you don't have something in line, you're gonna fail. And you're not fail, but you're not gonna do as well.
Right, because I mean, some people don't have all of that stuff, and they tend to make it. But I'm one of those people that I think since I've been in management and been in retail, I understand how all of it already works. So it's like I don't know how to have it without that. Like for me, I have to have it because I know that it works. I already know that
Yeah,
that's what works. You have an inventory system, you go pick your item and you find it. I mean, the quicker you can make that process go, then the better. You know what I mean? Like the more
exactly.
line, you can get it,
Exactly.
then it'll eventually it'll pay off. It might take you some time to get it together, but it always pays off to have your ducks in a row. you know?
Definitely.
Yeah,
That's why I
because
can't deal with the way it looks like right now. It's like that's why I had to stop the shopping because I need to get everything. Everything is processed, and what I mean by process, it's already in my inventory system. Now I need to take the pictures and measure and get everything bagged up and have everything there, and then I could just leave it alone and just look how pretty it looks and see how long that lasts for.
so you're putting all of your listings too in like a little spreadsheet. Like I'm not. Please tell me I'm not the only one. No
I
way.
just
I mean,
started.
like,
I just started because I had a notebook somewhere around here. And my trusty notebook, it was great. I'm old school, so I like writing things down. But it was such a pain, like when I was sourcing more, I couldn't keep up with the sourcing and everything. To go back, I mean, I remember luckily what store I get stuff in, but still to go back and look, okay, I'm looking for whatever, American Eagle. Well, I have like 100 American Eagle things. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to sit down from here on out and put everything in a Google Sheets in a spreadsheet. And it's made life so much easier. Oh my goodness. Like it's just night and day. So you do the control F to find, I put American Eagle, it highlights everything. I have American Eagle. I put the measurements right in there as well. It's so much easier. I was like, why didn't I do this from the
yes.
beginning?
Yes, that's how I felt like after I figured out the Google Sheets over even Excel. Like I
Hmm.
do the Google Sheets, and then
Yeah.
that way the people that I have, helping me out, they can get into the Google Sheets, and it's so much easier. I can even put notes in there for them.
Right. And you
So
could have it
that's what I
everywhere with
use. And
you, like on your phone,
yeah,
you have to take your
yep,
notebook everywhere. Like, so,
that's true. That's true. So I was like, I was writing it down at first in the very beginning, though. Like, I mean, when I
well,
started. My first
mhm.
little system was on paper first. Then I went to, and I started putting it in eBay. And then I was like, well, now I need an actual system though. Like everything was in eBay in the SKU portion. And then I was like, okay, I want to actually put all this stuff on a spreadsheet like I'm supposed to. I was going to ask you because it's interesting. Over there in the clubhouse, everybody is talking about these clubhouse. They're talking about these cold showers. So I wanted to ask you, have you ever taken a cold shower or do you know anything about the benefits of taking one?
I've seen it being thrown around a bit. I really haven't watched videos or heard too much about it. I mean, I know the benefit it has for my hair when I finish my shower with cold water for my hair.
They did
So
say it does help with your
it
hair
does.
and
It
skin.
closes the
Yeah.
follicles and everything, and there's less frizz and all this stuff. So I'm assuming it's good for the body too. Have I taken one? Not voluntarily. Like sometimes the hot water will go out or something, and you're like, But I heard that there's a lot of benefits to it, so I'm really curious. I mean, anything that can help us out, go through this life a lot easier. Hey, I'm all for it. I'll try it.
Okay. It says that it's supposed to increase your alertness, your creativity, willpower increases. It says that you should do it 3 to 5 times a week in like for 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
thought it
and
was gonna be like at
it'll
the
help.
end of the shower, but 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh, you can. You start off warm. Most people they do that. They start off warm, but
Oh,
some people say they can't do that. They just have to do it or they won't do it.
right.
I do understand that, but I'm one of the ones that I want to do the warm first and then
Yeah.
gradually go up. And then it seems like when it goes cold on me, I'm good. I've been taking them now for like a few weeks, but once it goes cold, I'm good because I guess I've gotten used to it being cold. So I'm going to start doing icier, like a little bit more colder. It's cold already, but it's not
Right.
super cold. So I was like, I'm gonna try ice cold. Like mine's cold, but it's not ice cold yet. So like I've graduated to that to where it's actually I be thinking like, oh, this is what the pool, like the swimming pool. It's cold
True.
water, so I'm
That's
like, oh,
true.
it's kind of like being.
Or like if you're in California, you're going to the ocean, trust me, that's cold.
Yeah, it's cold. So I was like,
And,
okay,
and have you felt that it's worked? Like, have you felt the benefits? Do you think
oh
it's made a
yeah.
difference?
What I feel, because it says it improves circulation as well. I feel like it just makes me more. I feel like I'm alive. Not that I was dead before I
No,
took
I know what you mean. Yeah.
but it just makes you feel more awake and alert. Like, ooh, I'm
Right.
here. You know what I mean? Like, because
Oh,
when
I
you
may
don't,
try that tonight. I may
yeah.
try that.
And they say it helps you sleep better. So if you take one before you go to bed, it'll help you sleep better too.
Okay.
And increase your metabolic rate. I was like, that's a lot of
That's a
benefits
lot of benefits. Yeah.
to get in on this.
I know.
We know
What's
that.
the worst that can happen, Like,
Okay. I said, now you already know cold water closes your pores. I had
yeah,
already knew that for my face. Like you wash your face, rinse it off in cold water. I already knew that. But I didn't know about taking the showers and all the other stuff. So I was like, that's pretty cool. I'll take it. So I was gonna say now, I wanted to ask you though too, when did you start your reselling journey? Like when did it just dawn on you that okay, I'm gonna do this reselling thing? When did it start and then when did you get more serious? Because a lot of people just start and then they get serious.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, originally I started a couple of years ago with my ex-husband. Back in the day when Amazon was all about books, only selling the books and the CDs. So we would go to the Goodwills back then and look up the SKUs and stuff like that. So I've actually had my eBay account for years, which was great because when I decided to get into it again, I think if you already have an established account, you get put up higher, something like that. That's what I've heard. So I was already trusted on eBay. But then I left that alone. And it wasn't until I want to say May of last year that I got back into it. I was talking to my best friend and she was looking into it, and I had known about Poshmark, but just to get rid of some of my stuff. But what I did, I'd never liked the fees. I was like, and this was years ago when I signed up for Poshmark. It was about, I think 2017, and I saw their fee. I was like, oh no, never mind. So I left it alone. And then she said, no, they're doing it now. You can really make money. So I started like researching on YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. So then I started in May. I had like my first sale like within a week or two. But then of course, because you watch YouTube, you think it's gonna happen fast, right? Like everyone's like getting all these sales. You're like, it's just gonna be that easy, and it was not. So I did we lose you? I did get discouraged a little bit. Let me know. And let's see, are you coming back? Are you having trouble getting back? Let's see if she comes back, y'all. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. We lost Brittany for a quick second. I'm just waiting to see if we can get her back. Yes, Christy, it's like jumping in the swimming pool, but you eventually warm up. Like here, you're voluntarily wanting to like stay cold. So we'll see how it goes for me tonight. But anyway, so that hopefully she can get back on. So what like I was saying is I did get discouraged for a little bit because I expected the sales to be rolling in because I was comparing myself to others on YouTube. And then I started taking it more seriously as of I want to say like August, September. I started taking it more seriously. And from there, no looking back as of yet. So I love what I do. It's super fun. And I've met great people. That I think has been one of the, well, there's been many highlights, but that's one of the great highlights. It's such a great community. And that I really wasn't counting on. I didn't think that would really happen. I was like, oh, I guess it's just the lone wolf type deal. But no, not, I mean, it can be, but not if you don't want it to be. If you want to partake and meet people, then you can do that too. Hey, you're back. Can you hear me? You always get frozen in the best poses, Brittany. I just want to let you know that. Even when we had our thing, our karaoke.
No.
Thank you, Christy. Can you hear me, Brittany? Are you back in all the way? Are you back?
Look at these technical difficulties.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for coming in, everyone. We know there's a lot of lives and stuff happening right now, so we appreciate you coming on to hear us chit chat.
I don't know what the heck is going on.
Oh, can you hear me at all? No?
Aw, Christy's so sweet.
Yeah, she
Can
is.
you hear me, Diana?
Yes, I can hear you.
I
Oh
don't
my
know
God.
what's going on. This is crazy. My internet is not acting right, you guys. It
Oh,
is cutting all the way up. I can't even hear Diana. I think she's trying to say something, but I can't hear her. It's not doing. Let me try removing and then add back in. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. It's just going in and out. I can hear you. It's just
oh,
going in and out.
oh
Oh
no.
no. It's like
Oh no.
I don't know if it's mine
Yeah.
or not, but I know mine just cut out. So I don't know. Like I'm just jumping
Wait,
back
can you hear me
in.
now?
I'm so sorry. You guys, I'm so sorry. um Christy says that she loves both of our hairs.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
like big hair.
Yes, me too. The bigger, the better.
I like your hair too, though, like because I like that. I like big hair. I mean, are you
Yes.
guys able to hear us?
Yes,
You
please
can.
let us. I can. Can you hear
Uh-oh.
me now, Brittany? Uh-oh.
I'm like, I don't know. We having some technical difficulties, but I do appreciate y'all hanging in there.
Yes.
Diana.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Nope. See, it's not gonna do right, I don't think. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and end it because I don't know
Okay.
if I'm gonna be able to get it to come back in. It says you guys can hear both of us, but I'm not able to hear Diana to ask her the questions. It won't, like, whenever she talks, it goes in and out.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
it
So
just goes in and out. Like, I guess you guys can hear, but I because I don't know if it's my internet connection is bad. I think my next one I'm gonna have to move it from YouTube to Instagram just because I can't get the signal. See, now she just popped off the screen. I don't know. You guys probably couldn't see it, but she actually popped off my screen and it went
oh, I'm
went.
not, and I still see you.
Oh, I could. Okay, it came all the way back in now.
Ooh,
Yes. No, look, it looks
yes.
like we made it to the other side. I'm so sorry, but we're almost done. We'll just finish now because now I can hear you. It was like this.
Yeah.
Like you were talking, and I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? So for you, what's it going to be? We'll have a little bit of fun with the questions and get off of work. Because me, I'm like a workaholic kind of person. I'll talk about work all day long. I love it, and it
Me
actually
too.
that motivates me. You know,
Exactly.
it doesn't bother
No, like
me,
I
but
was
some
saying when you
people.
got cut off, that I was saying about the whole reselling thing, that it's been such it's been such a welcome surprise to be part of the community, right? I didn't realize when I got in it that it was a whole like such a
Yes,
welcoming and inviting community. I thought it was gonna be a whole lone wolf type thing, which I'm used to. I work from home, but it's been really nice. I've been having so much fun meeting all of y'all. Now we're doing the painting on Friday. We had karaoke last week, so it's been great.
it has, and I do love the community as well. I love you all, everybody that showed up, whether you could stay or not stay. If you drop
Yes,
by, I always appreciate you dropping by because any bit of time everybody's time is precious these
valuable.
days.
Yeah,
So
definitely,
I do
definitely.
appreciate you stopping by. But we're gonna have a little bit of fun in this last little part of this segment. So
Okay.
it's a pick one segment. So
Okay. Uh,
uh, which one do you prefer? We'll start with the very first one: home cooked or fast food?
home cooked.
And do you do the cooking or does Bay or both?
Well, when he's here, I make him do it, but usually it's me.
Oh, how sweet. Yeah, I don't. I'm lucky that it's not that I don't cook. I just don't when he's here. Like I don't have
Right.
to
Me,
be.
same here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he wants to. He wants to do all this stuff because
Yeah.
he's at home. He can't get this at home. You know what I mean? So he does all the cooking whenever he's here, and then when he's not, I'll cook like 2 or 3 times a week because I don't want to cook
Yeah.
every day and mess up the kitchen. You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, look, I'm busy. I'm trying to work, so I don't really want to cook every single day. But I do like to cook at home and know it's kind of something about knowing what's going into it. And then just, I don't know, something about home cooked food anyway. That's why I'm going to my cousin's house in a minute.
Heck yeah, I don't blame you.
Because home cooked food is good. Favorite thing about, well, I don't know if do you have children?
I do have one, but he's grown.
Okay. I was going to ask you what your favorite thing is about being a mom, or, if he's grown, you don't look like you're older. Like, you had
I
him
get that
as
a lot.
mom. No.
I get that a lot. People say to, what fountain of youth are you going to? And yeah, no, my son is 26.
Wow. Yeah, and you don't look, you look young. Let me just put it like that. So that's good.
Thank
You
you.
know what I mean? But I was just going to ask you what your favorite thing about being a mom was then, or is, because you still are. You'll never not be.
Of course, yeah. There was, a lot of things. I mean, he still calls me, and to give me updates, and of course to get emotional support when he's going through stuff. He'll call me, and I'm one of the only ones I can really because he's still single. To calm him down or to get him through stuff, because him and I are a lot alike, and personality wise. And
Yeah.
I wish I would have had someone that, for lack of a better word, was woke at his age to help me navigate through some stuff in life. So being that I've been through some stuff already, I don't want him to wait till he's in his 30s to figure some stuff out that he can figure out now, hopefully, right? So
Right.
that's my favorite part, is just helping guiding him through now adulthood kind of deal.
Yes. And then it seems like it gets easier for them to relate as they get older.
Right.
At least
sometimes. Yeah. No, but it does, because I could definitely relate to my mom a lot better now. So
yeah, me too. I'm like, you don't understand it until you finally, now you're there at that crossroad and you're like, oh my God, this is what she was talking about. And as a parent, you'll never be perfect. Like
right, no.
You just never get everything right. You never get every portion of it right. But I was going to ask, next question, favorite star to meet. Like if you could spend a day maybe with,
You mean
a star.
my future ex baby daddy? That would be The Rock. Any day, all day.
Yeah.
That is just like,
charming. He's both. He's kind of like Van Diesel.
He's charming. Exact. Well, no, I think he's hotter than maybe. But I like his charm, his smile. He doesn't take himself too seriously. He knows how to have fun. He's to me the ultimate package, and he's fine too. So that doesn't hurt. So.
Christy looking young over there too. When she says she has a 24-year-old.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a 13-year-old, so I'm starting to feel like, man, I'm getting a little older. Just with the 13-year-old, I was like, man, I just remember it seemed like, little, 3-4 years old, not that long ago. So it's like, dang, it came fast. Now you already have a teenager, deal with it.
It creeps up on you really quickly. I know Christy can relate. It creeps up fast, girl. Fast.
Okay. And then they say the teen years is some of the, it can, not that it's the worst, but it's like the things that you can't get into. Yeah. It's like, definitely. It's more trouble to get into. Let's just put it like, the older they get,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So hopefully I've done enough to where I won't be.
I'm sure you have.
Right. If you could describe your reselling journey with just one word, what would it be?
Adventurous.
Oh, yeah, me too, man. It's definitely been.
Tell you, it's something different every day. Just when you think you may have it figured out, like, nope, no, you don't.
Okay. Yeah, Terry said, yes, you are building a tolerance.
Definitely.
I wonder if she was talking about the showers thing, like with the cold,
or the raising the kids. Either one, it fits both.
Oh yes. Okay, yeah. I'm late. If the house was on fire for whatever reason, let's hope that never happens. But if the fire, get to your house, and all you could get was like, maybe I'm going to give you a chance to grab a couple things. Like if you could grab 2, maybe 3 things, what would it be? Why? If you had an opportunity to.
No, because I purposely keep all my pictures and stuff in the storage shed outside for that same reason, because I think it would be that, like pictures.
Yeah.
Especially the older ones, right? Where we had to develop for the young folk out there, we had to develop pictures, so they're not
Yeah.
on a hard drive or they're not in the cloud somewhere. Uh, so I think it would be that, of course, my dog. But you know what it is? Sometimes I find, when you yell for them, they run even further away. So more than likely, I won't be able to grab him. Um,
Oh,
and
yeah.
because he just gets scared when I get upset.
What kind of dog
But
do you have? Is it a small dog, kind of bigger dog, or?
no, he's little. He's so cute. I call him my mini Mexican pit bull. He's he's a pit wawa, so he's a pit bull chihuahua.
Oh,
So his
wow.
his name is Taco.
Oh,
Um,
that's cute.
he always tries to make a cameo. You're in here for the karaoke, but he always comes in because the futon is low, so he can always like hop up. Yeah, he's super cute. He's about to be 6, a lot of energy, and he's only about 13 pounds. He's compact, so I like that.
Aw. Dang, that's scary.
I know. I was
Every
like,
single
uh-oh.
article. I mean, my phone, like it somehow it changed ringtones on me. I guess I'm no. But it changed
Ask
on
a
its own.
teenager.
I don't know. That's what it changed to. You know what I mean? Like it just changed to its own little ringtone, and then my daughter was like, "Why do you have it
Wow.
on that alarm sound?" And I'm like, "Because I don't care as long as it alerts me when the phone rings. I don't care. I used to care about
Exactly.
ringback and all that. I don't do any like I just want the phone to ring, and I don't know. I don't care about what it rings anymore. But I want to say hi to Angie because I met her the other day in another
Hi,
chat.
Angie.
Like, so how you doing? You meet so many wonderful people in the community. I just absolutely love, love,
I
love
love it. It's so
that.
wonderful. It really is. It has been such a great time. It's made the journey a lot easier and smoother, to know that you're not alone. We're all going through the same thing. And, most of the time, just through regular conversation, we can always bounce back ideas or learn from each other without even knowing that we're learning from each other. So I like that.
So, the last thing I wanted to talk about was, I mean, we know it's Mental Awareness Month, and I don't know if you like have maybe a tip or something about like maybe self-awareness or just like a mental awareness tip that you use, personally. I know not everybody else, but like what
Right,
something
right.
that you use that works, whenever, I don't know,
Like I
maybe when
said,
you're
the
feeling
main thing
down
is
or
just, yeah, I just think, like I said, for me, like I said, it was a big eye opener when I got burnt out that time. I was like, and it was not just the reselling, it was between the reselling and then, I had neglected the house a bit. So everything kind of like, I got overwhelmed and it was not good. And I think that's the main thing is just listen to yourself. Yes, like you do make yourself do certain things, but there's a limit to that. If your body truly is telling you don't do something, then just don't do it. Follow your gut. Like at one time, what happened, the, the straw that broke the camel's back that night, I'll never forget. I was setting up, I wanted to do a video, a haul video, and I was having all kinds of trouble. I couldn't set it up. The thing kept falling. It was like a whole thing, but I was like, no, I'm going to get this video made. So I went through the whole spiel. I was sweating. I was hot, but I got through. After all that, girl, it didn't even record. I was like, you know what? I am so done. I mean, so done. So yeah, and that completely out. That's when I was like, that's it. My boyfriend was like, "Are you okay?" I said, "No, I'm not okay right now." And so yeah, so that's when I figured. I said, you know what? Like I was getting clues. Things weren't setting up. Like I should have just stopped. At that point. So that's the thing. Just be aware, like, of your body, what it's telling you. Your surroundings will usually dictate what's happening. So don't ignore them.
Let me say hi to Regina. Thank you for joining.
Hey.
Thank you for joining. I am getting ready to end this chat shortly. But I did want to add on to what you had to say, like, because I've been so guilty. Like, I think it was Rhonda that said that it happens to her too, that she just takes the doggone weekend off now because she was like, she doesn't want to reach that point of burnout because you don't know when you get to that point. That's me. Like, I'll go, 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 and I won't realize it until I'm already there unless you just build it in. So maybe that's something for, if anybody out there is kind of like that too, where you just want to go, 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 because I want to go all the time. I would go every single day, 7 days a week. Okay. You know what I mean? But that's not how we're wired. And then you don't realize, until you go and you do something different, that that's what you really needed. Or you go spend some time with your girls, or, you know what I mean? Like you go do something different, you're like, dang, or, you go to vacation, you find like, man, I really needed this. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because
definitely.
I'll just do this every day. But so I think it's a good idea to just start building it in, like just build in like 15-minute breaks or something. My
Right.
phone tells me, like, I put like little things in my phone, like cues, because I have certain times that I do stuff. And so like I have like a schedule that I have, but some days I can't follow it to the T, but it's in there because that's usually what I'm doing around that time. So I
Right.
just put it in there, and then it reminds me, oh, have you done this? Have you done that? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I need to do that. If I haven't, or wait a minute, why am I on this IG? I need to go.
Right. I might need to start doing that because,
Right.
there's times I get all these ideas. Okay, I know I have to do all this, but when it comes down to it, because I don't have something in writing or whatever, like saved on my phone, I completely forget, and it starts building up. So hence my room right now. So I'm like, those times I'm like, I don't want to take pictures. No, but you could come in here and organize your inventory. And I was like, oh, but because it's behind a closed door, it's very easy to ignore. So,
That's so true.
yeah.
It is so true. Well, everyone, I do thank you all for joining us. I want to let you guys know where you can find Posh Desert Diva. That's her name on
IG.
Instagram. And
Yes.
then she also has a YouTube channel as well, which is, I like her channel so far. What I've been able to watch, I do be trying to watch everybody's channel. Matter of fact, Michelle, I was watching your channel, or Regina, I was watching your channel earlier while I was driving, and I just didn't get a chance to comment on it. It was like the one about the makeup, but anyway, like she was, doing some stuff, and she was out and doing like a vlog style video, which I really like. I said I might need to do some vlog.
I need to start doing that. Yeah.
So people can kind of get to know who you are, as well as not just the reselling stuff. Like I said, because I'll talk about that until I'm blue in the face, but not everybody wants to hear all that all the time. You have to do something different. That's why I like doing these events, like we did the karaoke.
Yeah.
And then we're doing this paint and sip. If you guys didn't know, that's going to be on Tiana at Swag Slayer Fashions channel this Friday. So, and I'm trying to remember what time.
It's at 8 Eastern. It's the same as the karaoke, so 8 Eastern.
Okay, so then that's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I guess Pacific is 2 hours behind Central, so that would be 4 p.m. Pacific time. I think.
Wait.
4, 5, 6.
No, because
no, 5
o'clock. 5, because I'm at 6, because I'm Mountain Standard, and then
Okay.
I know. I know.
That's it. I get it. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I appreciate everybody else taking the time to join in, even though we had some technical difficulties.
We made it work. No, thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, and everyone for joining as well.
Thank you, everyone, and you have a good night. And I will be back here. Actually, Motivational Mondays will be back this coming up Monday. I am thinking about doing it on Instagram. I haven't decided yet, but I'm interviewing fashion thrifter. I'm trying to remember what her last name is, but her real name is Renee. If you know her over there, she's like, it's a good day to have a good day, lady. But I absolutely love her. But, it's going to be a great show. That's next week on Monday at the same time. So even if I can't do it over here because of the technical difficulties, I might do it over on Instagram via my phone, which I never really had any problems with the same internet. I'm also going to take my router, because I know somebody was telling me you need to, unplug or, just reset it every now and again. And I don't really do that very often. I'm going to make sure I reset my router. I don't know what it is, why it is. But anyway, thank you all once again for tuning in. And then if you do want to tune in again, I'll be back next week at 6 p.m. on one of the channels. You'll be notified. Just follow me at Brittany All Bossed Up, either here or on IG. Thank you so much, and
thank you.